pressure. Well, sometimes players are overhyped, but I don't think we can use that word in connection with Lionel Messi.
Well, it's his ability...
Oh, they might score here, Stuart. Able to close down the shot. Fired in by Neymar. Arsenal's free kick here. Not to be advised giving the ball away in that position. Well, this could pose problems for the defenders. Excellent. And the referee has pointed to the spot. A penalty it is, and a chance for them to forge ahead. Well, no card, just a warning and a fair few protestations.
Well, not every foul is a yellow card. I think the referee is right here.
Can he make it 1-0? The keeper going in the right direction and saving it. Corner kick played in. On the corner, too close to the goalkeeper that time. Kieran Tierney. Smith Rowe. Tierney. Really good challenge. Messi looking for the through ball. Messi! And there it is, the breakthrough. That will do nicely. On they go again, and Arsenal know they need to wipe out that last goal. No foul, PSG advantage. And struggling to get the shot off. Oh, it's a penalty! Just what they wanted to avoid, given the scoreline. Well, no card handed out. He gets away with a rebuke.
Well, a lot of referees would have booked him there, but I'm with him on this one. No yellow card for me.
A chance to extend their lead. And he slots it home with confidence. So back underway with the scoreline standing at 2-0. On a pass that lacks quality. Can he find the right pass? Mbappe. And the upshot of that is offside.
Well, he needed to look elsewhere because the flag was always going to go up.
Well, foul play, says the referee. Martin Ødegaard. Now in possession, Trossard. Xhaka. Well, the fans really want him to shoot, and the keeper did magnificently.
Well, that's just a wonderful save. How did he stop that?
And over it comes. Well, still an issue here. Well, he had the measure of it, the goalkeeper. And the danger is still there. Another corner. Trying to pick out a teammate. Well, not cleared away completely. And a good challenge to bring that attack to an end. Hakimi. It's looking promising. And a PSG corner. The delivery from Neymar. And that's very confident goalkeeping in not easy circumstances. And a foul in the opinion of the referee. Now, what can they do from this free kick situation? And just wide of the target. Goal kick.
Well, I think the goalkeeper had it covered, but it was a decent effort, though. Tierney. Granit Xhaka.
That's a very fine piece of tackling. Oh, great play. Plenty of support here. Well, didn't go to plan in the end. Chance here. In the opinion of the referee, that is a penalty. And the upshot of it all is a sending off too.
Well, it was certainly a penalty all day long. A sending off, I'm not quite so sure.
An opportunity for 3-0. And the penalty is converted. I don't think anyone really questioned him.
Well, here it is again. The keeper tries to read the penalty, but in the end, he just makes no effort whatsoever. That's a strange decision.
Well, they get the ball rolling again. And Paris Saint-Germain are really cantering to victory, it appears. Now can they counter clinically? Defenders need to cover. Can he put it away? Great work defensively, but still the chance. In position. And a wonderful diving save to deny the opportunity. Over it comes. Now the pressure from his opponent was telling. And they're trying to get right into his face. So 2 minutes to be added on at the end. Saka. Really a very poor ball. Kylian Mbappe. Oh, great attacking play. Well, able to close down the shot. So half-time, that will close the book. Well, the ball is rolling again, and no getting away from it. PSG very much bossing it in the first 45. Mbappe. On the pass by Mbappe, he'll be disappointed. It's going to be Neymar. A goal! How about that? He's put it away to make it a hat-trick. Neymar Jr. Well, it's been such a one-sided game. You just wonder how many more they could add. Now, who can he play it to? Trossard. The danger not over. An alert piece of defending. Now, counter-attacking possibilities here. And he's made headway. Trying to lob the keeper. Oh, a finish of real class. No wonder he's celebrating. Take a bow. Oh, my goodness, it's so one-sided. 5-0 in this match. Trossard. Arsenal have given us away. Vitor Ferreira. Verratti now. Minge. Mbappe with it. He's in here. A goal! We're really being spoiled. This is attacking football at its finest.
Number 30.
Well, it's an out-and-out pasting. 6-0. Oh, terrific pass. Just unable to take advantage of that developing situation. "30 minutes to go then. Can he make it count? Oh, blocked it! Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break. Fabian. Well, nicely cut out. Now what can they do with the ball? Thomas Partey. Now options are plenty. Mbappe. Might it be Mbappe? And a goal. It was served up on a silver platter for him.
Goal for Paris Saint-Germain, number 10, Neymar Jr.
Over the touchline for what will be a PSG throw. Soler. Here's Ramos. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. And a timely intervention. He's got the right idea with that pass. Oh, there it is! It's one goal after another, and it speaks to the quality of that performance. Gabriel Jesus. Messi. Mbappe. Now with Bernat. Well, it looked so promising, but a goal kicked the outcome. Partey. Gabriel Jesus.
Of a silver hatchback with the registration GR21.
He's going forward well here.
Please contact your nearest security guard. Thank you.
Fabio Vieira. Nketiah. Textbook defending inside the box. A quarter of an hour remaining here. And space to exploit, maybe. Mbappe. Big chance it is. And the referee has pointed to the spot. Penalty given. And the upshot of it all is a sending off too.
Well, it was certainly a penalty all day long. A sending off, I'm not quite so sure.
And he's only gone and made it a hat-trick. Absolutely unplayable today. What a performance. Well, it has been one-sided, but they deserve the plaudits for the fact that they've kept going and going. And in with a real chance. Couldn't quite hang on. Well, it came to nothing in the end. Now can they counter clinically? He's in behind. Well, quite simply, that is a wasted chance. Fabio Vieira. Nketiah. It might be. And that is defending of the highest order. Oh, a nice looking pass. Fruitful looking attack. Well, keeper getting both gloves on the ball. Thomas Partey. Committed challenge. Getting forward. And it's Gabriel Jesus. Giving it a try. Well, closed down straight away. And it's Gabriel Jesus. And collected, but it stopped a promising attack in its tracks. And you wouldn't be surprised if there's a card coming out here. And following the infringement, a caution.
Yeah, no surprise there. That was always going to be a booking.
Well, last line of defence, literally. The final whistle, and the Gunners go down. They've lost this game. No points picked up. What did you think of it?
Oh dear, Derek, that was a worrying display. They were completely outplayed.
Oh, wonderful save!
Well, he reacts so quickly there. That's a great save.
Able to close down the shot. The keeper going in the right direction and saving it. Messi looking for the through ball. Messi! And there it is! Lovely weather, beautiful stadium, the Signal Iduna Park here in Dortmund. I'm Derek Ray, and sitting next to me with his tactics charts at the ready is Stuart Robson. And no question, this ought to be a game that gets pulses racing. It is Borussia Dortmund against Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, Derek, when looking forward to this game, you can't help but notice there are some great matchups all over the pitch, particularly in those central areas. Whichever team wins more of those battles will win the game.
He could pick out a teammate. Fabian. Now Neymar. Hakimi. Well, failure to keep the ball by PSG. Here's the starting 11 for Borussia Dortmund. Julian Brandt plays alongside Jude Bellingham in the centre of midfield. And rather than use a strike partnership, they've gone with just the one player in attack. Opportunity here. Oh, right in the nick of time. It did look on for them, but not to be. And here's how the lineup looks for PSG. Gianluigi Donnarumma is the keeper. Sergio Ramos plays alongside Marquinhos in central defence.
Oh, he can score here, Derek.
And a goal! That is a very bright start. Perfect way to open.
Well, let's see this again. What a pass this is from Messi, and what a clinical finish this is. Hit with such power by Neymar. Not much chance for the goalkeeper there. Great goal.
Well, back underway, and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. And room now out on the wing. And Bellingham. Now with Guerreiro. It's neat passing, confidence on the ball. Firing it in. Terrific block. Played over. Well, the danger is still there. Brandt. A really sumptuous ball. And he's through. And there it is! A two-goal cushion now. And they just need to keep the concentration. So back underway with the scoreline standing at 2-0. Karim Adeyemi. Very alert defending to put a stop to the chance. And he's through here. A goal! As they cut into their advantage. Still plenty of life in this match. Well, the action continues, and Dortmund find themselves within touching distance here. It will be a Paris Saint-Germain free kick. Well, no booking comes from it, but he's going to have to tread carefully here.
Well, I think that's great refereeing. He doesn't want to be throwing cards about willy-nilly.
Well, that's how to keep the opposition at bay. He's found a pocket of space. This could be the equaliser. But oh, what an important save! How about that?
Well, at least he hit the target, but he should really beat the keeper from there. They should be level now.
They're making high pressing work for them here. Özcan. Oh, that's a pass of high quality. And he's in the clear. Oh, my goodness, what a strike! From so far out, absolutely sensational. Unstoppable. So back underway at 3-1. Well, far from the ideal pass, you've got to say. And a chance to whip it in here. It's a good-looking ball in behind. Well, the decision is offside, and he's bound to be a bit disappointed.
He's actually made his run before his teammate had control of the ball, and that's why it's offside.
Now, can they create something? And Messi! Well, what a stop that was. Fired in by Neymar. And off target in the end. And that'll be a goal kick. Not increasing the pressure. Another corner it is. Textbook closing down. And now they're on the attack. Fabian. And Messi! Fabian. Now Messi. Opportunity. And a penalty awarded. Spot kick coming up. And on the back of that decision, now it's a caution.
Well, it's a tight call, but in the end, I think he's got it right. A penalty and a yellow card.
Today, what a performance! Well, the ball is rolling once more. PSG dominant, and it's starting to get out of hand, you just feel. I don't think he'll be proud of that challenge, and it's left to the referee to decide what happens next. And the early shower, this is going to be a real test of their mettle.
Well, it's a straight red, and rightly so, but how will they replace him? They've got to reorganise now.
Brandt. And he has options available. A fine reading of the situation.
Well, PSG have controlled most of the possession, as you can see, and that's been because of their ability to win the ball back so quickly. Their pressing has been excellent, and they just haven't stopped working. It's been a fantastic performance up to now.
And he read it well. Vitor Ferreira. And offside, I rather think he was caught in two minds.
Well, he just needed to go elsewhere with his pass. He showed a complete lack of awareness there.
Well, foul play, says the referee. They've regained possession. And the referee has decided to award the free kick to PSG. Well, there it is. That will do it. So the action underway again here, and Borussia Dortmund with an uphill climb after the events of the first 45. And space to attack. And intercepted there. Oh, fancy footwork. And the opportunity goes a-begging. He decided to hit that with power rather than going for placement. Vitor Ferreira. Good technique displayed. And a chance here. Hakimi! Terrific block there. He got nothing but ball. He's conceded the corner. The delivery from Neymar. Good pressure high up the pitch. Fabian. And here he is, Lionel Messi. Well, he stumped it out of there without much fuss. And Neymar. Oh, great defending. Fabian. Well, visionary passing. Oh, but just unable to unlock the defence. And in with a real chance. And the flag does go up, offside. Now, options are plenty. And Bellingham. The supporters want to see him have a go. Can he finish this? Dortmund unable to hang on to the ball. Now can they counter clinically? He's in here. Oh, it's gone in. And that will be written down as an own goal. No wonder he's hanging his head. So, an own goal, and now they are chasing this game. This looks promising. And lining it up. Save, but still a chance. Determined defending. Running room in the wide position. Messi. Oh, goodness me, he's hit the post. And in the end, no damage done.
Well, how did that not go in? It was a great effort, you have to say.
Well, having been denied by the woodwork, now the focus. There it is! A fantastic goal, and no wonder he's off celebrating. Fabian. Oh, he's left his marker for dead. Textbook defending inside the box. Can they hit on the break? Oh, that pass easy on the eye. And the alarm bells are ringing. And a goal! They just keep believing. Who's to say they can't do it now? Not a scoreline we see all that often. 5-3. Now we're inside the final 15 minutes. Messi, and that is defending of the highest order. A good effective pressure high up the pitch. Dahoud. Might be able to get in behind the defence. Sebastien Aller. Is it going to be? Oh, magnificent reaction. Racing forward, trying to catch them out. Oh, the referee points to the spot. Penalty. Well, no card handed out, but quite a few upset players out there, Stuart.
Well, he's made a genuine attempt to play the ball, so penalty yes, yellow card no.
And this could really make certain. A goal! Accurate from the spot. It's a massive lead, and it's very hard to imagine them losing it now. It is going to be a Dortmund free kick. Well, he must proceed with great care. Could easily have been cautioned. Not to be in terms of the cross there. Goal kick coming up. Danilo Pereira. Here's Mukiele. Ekitike. Hakimi. Just made sure nothing came of that. Good pressure. Can they make something of this? Well, it might still work out for them. And a goal! Well, it looks easy when you can put them away like that. Well, beating his opponents. Well, in the closing phase, and could it be, Stuart, Dortmund have left themselves with too much to do?
Well, they just never got going. People will point fingers towards the centre-backs.
Well, it was a promising avenue of attack, but the momentum has been halted. And you wouldn't be surprised to see the card handed out. Well, they saw red earlier, and now they're seeing yellow, Stuart.
Well, it's no good keep fouling. They have to show more discipline here. They've completely lost their composure.
A long way out. Oh, great technique, but it wouldn't go in for him.
Well, he just couldn't get enough topspin on the ball. But you have to say, it was mighty close.
Being pressed and pressed high. The referee has decided that 2 additional minutes are in order. Well, he failed to deliver that time. Soler. And he has options available. And there's the final whistle, and we can confirm a victory for...
audiência para a solidão. Eu sou de ninguém, eu sou de todo mundo e todo mundo me...
Welcome everyone, just the sort of weather we were hoping for here in Dortmund at the Signal Iduna Park. I'm Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, ready to provide all the technical and tactical analysis, is Stuart Robson. And with the game just moments away now, this really ought to be a superb watch. It is Borussia Dortmund against Paris Saint-Germain.
Thanks, Derek, as always. This should be a good game. Great atmosphere inside the stadium. We've got two teams full of quality, some interesting matchups, and two coaches that want to play an attractive brand of football. What more could you ask for?
Good-looking sequence. Chance here. And getting across to stop it. And delivered by Rafael Guerreiro. Guerreiro delivering it into the box. Struggling to get it away. And Bellingham. Well, he would have been disappointed had he spilled that one. Not much time to make up his mind. He has teammates around him. Must take the lead here. Well, I think you could call that an escape. It looked a certain goal. No foul, PSG advantage. Lionel Messi. And it's still on for him. Hakimi. And that'll be a Dortmund ball. Brandt. Did well to win the ball back. Messi looking for the through ball. And a goal! Not wasting much time today. They strike first. And the ball moving again. What sort of response will we see from them now? Karim Adeyemi. Shown inside. Oh, good defending to stop a decent-looking attack. Corner coming up for Dortmund. Well, as a defender, that will sit you down to the ground. And the keeper not really taxed by that long-range shot. He's given us away. Brandt. An encouraging move from Dortmund. Oh, could be. And thwarting his opponent in the nick of time. Well, can they be creative from here? My goodness, it looked as though he was clean through. And the referee, what will he do here? And a red card it is. Denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, as soon as he made the tackle, he knew the outcome. That's an easy decision for the referee.
Saw when he was trying with that free kick, but the goalkeeper had it covered all the way. Karim Adeyemi. Moukoko. And Paris Saint-Germain with the ball again. Can he find the right pass? Decent progress with the ball at his feet. Could be! And in the back of the net for PSG. Their lead extended to 2 now. So back underway with the scoreline standing at 2-0. And he might be through here. In it goes! A 3-goal cushion. This is astonishing stuff. Well, they get the ball rolling again. And Paris Saint-Germain are really cantering to victory, it appears.
Well, the visitors have controlled possession, as you can see.
Now, hold on, Stuart. They're in here. And by a wafer-thin margin, offside. And possession lost, intercepted. Guerrero. Oh, that's a really good authoritative tackle. Throw in here. Well, you've got to keep the ball a bit better than that. Messi. Here's Mbappe. Well, nearly halfway through this one, and Dortmund struggling. I don't think there's any other way to put it. Stuart, your thoughts?
Well, I'm almost lost for words because this just hasn't been good enough. And it starts with their defending. The forwards haven't pressed the ball, the midfield players have been too loose, and the defenders haven't seen danger. I just can't see a way back for them.
Well, he's gone back to give the free kick, the referee here. He tried to play advantage, but it didn't accrue. Hakimi. Corner awarded to PSG. The delivery from Neymar. Still not clear. Neymar. Magnificent challenge to win it back. It's a weighted pass. Going for the dink. Perfectly positioned to take it away. And the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. Will they profit from this situation? Oh, he's through here. And a fine stop. Good bit of pressing. Dortmund have been awarded the free kick by the referee. And just 1 minute of time added on for stoppages. And it's a quality pass. Can he put it away? Oh, dealt with by the goalkeeper. And that is going to close the book on. Into the second half then, and from the Borussia Dortmund point of view, an urgent need to raise their game. Really getting stuck in. Borussia Dortmund showing good width. In position. Well, last gasp defending, but brilliant defending. Could be a chance to break here. Good use of advantage in favour. Real chance. Can he find the net? He had to score, and he does. And this is turning into something of a rout. 4-0. Did well to win the ball back. Mbappe. On to Messi. And attempting the through ball. And a goal! He's put it away! A celebratory moment! Goals in plentiful supply. 4-1 currently. It is going to be a Dortmund free kick. And Bellingham. Is this the moment? Well, what a stop that was. And clears the danger. Well, not hard to read that pass. Vitor Ferreira. Not much defensive cover there on the flank. Can he take the chance? Well, we're into the final half hour. This might be ideal for the counter. And he's made headway. And keeping it out. Substitution it is for Dortmund. The delivery from Neymar. Well, no end product. Nuno Mendes. Marquinhos. And support available. And let's give credit to the defending. And the counter-attack is on. Options available. Marco Reus. Marvellous anticipation. Will he find the net? Oh, a vital piece of last-ditch defending. And he's made it a brace for himself. The defender's just unable to stay with him. And he's having a field day. A glut of goals. 5-1 it is. Jude Bellingham. And with that, the attack fizzles out. Now, counter-attacking possibilities here. Will it be sufficiently imaginative? But it looked highly promising, but it came to nothing in the end. Can he find the net? And the keeper making sure that there were no scraps to feed on for the attackers. Rice. And successfully cut out. A foul it most certainly was. Free kick given. Well, the pass not finding its target. Well, we're inside the final quarter of an hour now. Oh, great vision. Oh, tremendous goal! Technical excellence to finish that one off. Wonderful to have that in your repertoire. Neymar. Messi. Now with Mbappe. Well, he stopped them in their tracks. Marco Reus. Reus. Chance for Reus. And he thwarted the attack with a masterful tackle. Allaire. Marco Reus. It's a good-looking ball in behind. And how about that for a save? And having already received a yellow card, he's walking a very fine line. And he is going to pay the ultimate price.
Well, when you're on a yellow card, it was a silly challenge. He just lost his discipline there.
Fabian. This looks threatening. Lionel Messi. Well, for power, 10 out of 10. For placement, maybe 8. Oh, lovely incisive pass. Oh, now, Allaire! And there it is, a goal. But will it be purely a consolation at this stage of the proceedings? They haven't been at their best. Well, if you enjoy high-scoring contests, this has been the game for you. Could be a chance to break here. Not a huge chunk of added time. 1 minute. And Bellingham. Vital interception. The danger was very real. And that will do it for this game anyway. And it goes into the history books as a victory for Paris Saint-Germain. Welcome everyone. Just the sort of weather we were hoping for here in Dortmund. At the Signal Iduna Park. I'm Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, ready to provide all the technical and tactical analysis, is Stuart Robson. And with kick-off just moments away, we really should be in for a magnificent occasion. It is Borussia Dortmund against Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, thanks, Derek. The best coach I played under would always tell us before kick-off, earn the right to play. If you can win your individual battles, outrun your opponent, eventually you'll get the space to show your ability. I'm sure that's being echoed by the...
Well, if you're going to challenge like that, it has to be spot on. What does the referee think of it? Hello and welcome on what is a perfect night for football at one of the great venues in the game, the Signal Iduna Park. My name is Derek Ray, and I'm joined for commentary by the former Arsenal and West Ham player Stuart Robson. And every reason to believe we're in for an entertaining match here. It is Borussia Dortmund against Paris Saint-Germain.
Well, Derek, we can talk about coaches and their methods, but it's now down to the players. Which ones are going to stand out? Who will affect the...
Chance to finish! And a fine stop. Here's the starting 11 for Borussia Dortmund. Julian Brandt plays alongside Jude Bellingham in the centre of midfield. And the idea is to have just the one striker up there trying to pose problems for the opposition. And the PSG team looks like
Hang on,
this.
Derek, what a chance this is.
And offside, unfortunately. An exciting talent who has everything a forward needs to be successful. Stuart, what are you expecting to see from Mbappe?
I would describe him as majestic when he's playing at his best. He glides past defenders. He's got that ability to run with the ball into open space. He can pick out a pass. He can wriggle out of tight situations. He's the most creative player on the field today.
Hakimi. Now with Fabian. Can they take the lead here? In it goes, an early goal, no wonder they're celebrating. And underway again here with PSG in front.
Lionel Messi.
Well, this could pose problems for the defenders. But he knew he had to get to the ball, and he did. Guerrero. Daniel Malen. And fed forwards. And still danger here. And he gobbles up the second chance. Disappointment for the keeper. No wonder he's asking questions of his defence. So in business once more on the back of that very important equaliser. 1-1. Now he must favour the cross. And the flag was up in good time. It's offside.
Well, he should have realised that was going to be offside. That's a poor decision to play that pass.
And they need to get tighter here. And crossing towards the far post. And still a chance. Well, it looked so threatening, but the danger averted.
Well, you have to think they're going to take the lead at some point, because they're really looking dangerous at the moment.
Yes, end-to-end stuff, but now they're forced to track back. Well, that's how to do it, inside your own penalty area. Excellent ball over the top. Well, no way through. Messi. Hakimi. Now Verratti. Will he play it in? Lionel Messi. The danger not over. And a fine stop. It's Neymar's corner. Well, the keeper very decisive. And he could really get at the opposition. Crossing opportunity. Interception to snuff out the danger. No space for them here. Fine cross into the middle. And a goal this time! Applying the finishing touch. Just what the doctor ordered. Well, underway again. It's a narrow 2-1 lead as things stand. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Mukoko. Will he find the net? Well, the cross was acceptable, but no one there to thump it home. And over the touchline for what will be a Dortmund throw. And the cross goes in. Well, it all counts for naught. Not to be advised giving the ball away in that position. He's got to score! In it goes! 2 goals in rapid-fire fashion, and looking very comfortable here. So the ball is moving again. We've been treated to 4 goals. 3-1 the score. Neymar. Can he get one back? I think the referee was spot on there. A free kick in the end after he had attempted to play advantage. Well, no booking comes from it, but he's going to have to tread carefully here.
Well, I think that's great refereeing. He doesn't want to be throwing cards about willy-nilly. Well, as you can see, Dortmund are struggling to control possession. But that won't bother them, because when they win it in deep areas, they've got forward with pace and with numbers. It's been a great counter-attacking display.
And having to soak up a bit of pressure again here. Alert defending. Well, he successfully got past him. Magnificent challenge to win it back. Putting his body on the line. And we will have just 1 additional minute. And he's broken free. A goal! Just what they needed. Still plenty of life in this match. And away they go once more, and plenty still for Paris Saint-Germain to fire at in this game. And with that, the sound of the half-time whistle here at the Signal Iduna Park. Well, who wouldn't want to have Kylian Mbappe in their side? Stuart, a key... Well, the ball is moving again, and work to do for Paris Saint-Germain in the second half. And the referee has awarded the free kick. He tried to play advantage, but it wasn't forthcoming. And following the infringement, a caution.
Yeah, no surprise there. That was always going to be a booking.
Fabian. On to Hakimi. Lionel Messi, able to get a body in the way. It might be on for them. Oh, big opportunity. And he clears it out of harm's way. Well, the supporters think it's on. Oh, commanding goalkeeping. Fired over by Guerreiro. And the counter-attack is on, options available. Do they have the guile to open up the defence? Well, it fizzled out. Messi. Oh, maybe the equaliser. Oh, a goal! The equaliser! They've completely changed the equation. And it's level again here. Both sets of fans being put through something of an emotional mangle. Brandt. And on to Bellingham. Bellingham! Can they stop it going in? And running through to the keeper. Well, he tried in vain to get himself back onside.
Well, he needs to show greater awareness there and hold on to the ball a fraction longer.
And Dortmund come away with it. So a half an hour remaining. Teammates available. Can they forge ahead? Still alive. Oh, good technique in terms of how he struck it. Substitution it is for PSG. Lionel Messi. On to Messi. Now, what can Paris Saint-Germain do from this position? Well, it looked so promising, but a goal kicked the outcome. Well, that's a well-timed pass. Vigorous defending. Brilliantly blocked. Danilo Pereira. Now, options are plenty. And he's through here. And just making the run a bit too early. Offside as a result. Emre Can. Guerrero. And intercepts again. Well, we have 20 minutes left in this game. This could pose problems for the defenders. Did look as though they had attacking momentum, but not so. Real chance. Well, in it goes! But wait a minute, that will not count.
Well, that was tight, but he was just offside. It was a good finish, though.
And it wasn't a great pass, was it? Lionel Messi. And here he is, Lionel Messi. This might be the perfect counter-attacking opportunity. Will they profit from this situation? And Royce is in the thick of it. Can he compose himself? Guerrero. Nicely timed tackle. He's got space. Well, it came to nothing in the end. Royce. Can he put them ahead? It's opened up for him. Well, unable to bend his run. Offside. Hakimi. Oh, showing excellent vision. It looks promising. Must take the lead here. Dear, dear, he squandered it.
Well, that should have been the winner with so little time left. He can't believe he didn't score there.
Julian Riasson. It's with Dahoud. Oh, he's really opened them up here. Well read to put an end to that attack. Dahoud. Can he put them in front? He does! And with so little time left, that might be the winner. Wonderful drama. What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here? Dahoud. And played in. Can he apply the finish? And thumped away. It did look on for them, but not to be. Danilo Pereira. And the counter-attack is on. Options available. The defender put in the challenge, and it might be a red card. And it was always going to be crystal clear. For the referee in terms of the decision.
Well, he had to make a tackle, didn't he? Unfortunately, it wasn't a good one.
Well, that's a free kick he'll want to forget all about.
Well, just look at the reaction of his teammates. That's a real waste.
What about the stoppage time situation? 2 minutes the word. Well, that's a really good authoritative tackle. Throw in here. And that is the final whistle. The big headline here, PSG lose.
Well, I thought it was a really intense game. Lots of quality, lots of good individual displays. In the end, though, they won't be happy with the defeat, nor the manner of it, conceding so late on.
Well, he put in a really thorough performance here, Stuart.
Well, he looked a top-class player today. Every time he touched the ball, he was a threat, and he worked so hard for the team as well.
Quite simply, everyone in football knows what you're referring to when you talk of El Clásico. They are the two foremost teams in Spanish football, Real Madrid and Barcelona, and they're getting ready to face each other here at the Bernabeu. My name's Derek Ray, and joining me for commentary is Stuart Robson. Stuart, can't wait for this one.
No, nor can I, Derek. They don't come any bigger than this, do they? The two giants of Spanish football. The atmosphere is incredible inside this stadium. Let's hope we see a top-class game as well.
Flag raised for offside. And here's the starting 11 for Real Madrid. Thibaut Courtois begins in goal. Antonio Rüdiger plays alongside David Alaba in central defence. Luka Modric plays with Toni Kroos in the centre of the park. And operating through the middle in attack today, Karim Benzema. And here's the starting 11 for Barcelona. Marc-André ter Stegen in goal. Frenkie de Jong plays with Sergio Busquets in central midfield. And getting the vote of confidence in attack today, Robert Lewandowski. A chance to whip it in. And the flag was up in good time. It's offside.
Well, he should have realised that was going to be offside. That's a poor decision to play that pass.
And intercepting it. Karim Benzema. Splendid tackle and a throw-in coming up. Could play it in. Vinicius. It's offside, and perhaps he should have been a bit more alert.
And maybe a little bit more aware in the box. He was just too static.
Koundé. Did well to win the ball back. So a throw in for Real Madrid. Well, that's how to beat your opponent. Benzema waiting. That's all they can conjure for now. Oh, fine play, and maybe it'll set something up. Well, he's been ruled offside. Pedri. Lewandowski. And just over the bar, albeit narrowly. Modric. Benzema. Can he put them in front? Well, it was a wonderful chance, but the goalkeeper comes through.
Yes, Derek, we have to give credit to the keeper, but surely he should have scored there. That's a big, big chance.
Now he must favour the cross. Can he give them the advantage? And the referee doesn't hesitate. That is a spot kick. This to make it 1-0. And that is when you need your goalkeeper. And the corner played over by Dembele. Well, that's the end of that for now. And not an effort that will live long in the memory.
Well, the defenders will be relieved because that was a good chance. From that sort of distance, he should really be hitting the target. It was a really poor attempt in the end.
Modric. Passing like that, part of Luka Modric's game. Benzema. It should be. Can they slot it home? And there to intervene.
Well, you have to think they're going to take the lead at some...
It certainly wasn't a clean tackle, and the referee has got to book him, I think. De Jong. Lewandowski. Well read to put an end to that attack. Karim Benzema. Benzema. Can he give them the lead? And still trying to get the shot off. But timely defending when it mattered. This might be ideal for the counter. All hands on deck. And he's through here. And tremendous goalkeeping.
Well, he just made it so difficult for the striker. His presence alone just caused him a problem.
And he's fired over the corner. Well, no end product. De Jong must take the lead here. Oh, he's been denied. And they remain locked together.
Well, that's a good save, but really he should have scored from there. That's a big chance.
And with the goalkeeper. Mendy. Good work to win the ball back high up the pitch. Crossing opportunity. Modric. Carvajal. Tremendously strong in the tackle. Bodies forward and the break looks on. Will they profit from this situation? Lewandowski might jump in front. Well, wonderful counter-attacking football. Just unfortunate that they didn't score.
Well, had he scored, that would have been a great goal. The speed in which they changed from defence to attack was brilliant.
It's looking promising. Textbook defending inside the box. Benzema is with Vinicius Junior. Wonderful challenge and a throw-in coming up. Karim Benzema. Aurelien Tchouameni. And a very good challenge. And 1 minute of stoppage time has been added on. And a shooting chance for Lewandowski. In it goes! The goal for 1-0, and that changes the dynamic. And that is half-time here in the Spanish capital. So back in business, the ball moving again, and Real with a bit of work ahead of them. Koundé. Well, showing excellent judgment to intercept. And that attack going up a dead end, and the keeper has the ball. Modric. And Valverde. Luka Modric. And a chance to level it. And the challenge crisp and clean. And you don't want to lose possession there. Dembele. Well, Ousmane Dembele stamped his authority on the first half. What did you make of his performance?
Well, Derek, after a slow start when he was tightly marked, he got better and better as the first half went on, and he got his reward with that goal. I'm looking forward to his second half display.
Dembele. Well, he tried in vain to get himself back onside.
Well, he needs to show greater awareness there and hold on to the ball a fraction longer.
And plenty of scope to be creative in that wide position. Well, the flag has gone up here. Offside it is. Sergio Busquets. De Jong. And it stopped a promising attack in its tracks. And you wouldn't be surprised if there's a card coming out here. And following the infringement, a caution.
Yeah, no surprise there. That was always going to be a booking.
That was a tremendous save after a wonderful free kick. So a corner for Barca. What can they do with it? Not all that convincing defensively. Christensen. That's what you call defending from the front. Possibilities here. And flag raised. Offside.
Well, that was always going to be offside. He just needed to hold on to the ball that little bit longer.
And slipped through by Karim Benzema. This could level it. And it is the equaliser. Parity now. And who's to say what's going to happen next? So back underway, they've levelled it at 1-1 here. .30 minutes left for play. Ronald Araujo. What can they do from here? A chance to whip it in. And he couldn't quite get himself back on side, Stuart.
Well, as a player, you need to be able to change your mind, but he wasn't able to, and that's a poor pass.
Benzema's pass, not accurate enough. And fed forwards. Dembele. It's got to be! Well, the only way to say it is he got it all horribly wrong, Stuart.
Well, he has to make the keeper work harder than that. That's a tame finish.
Carvajal. Here's Carvajal. Chouameni. Cross. It could be up for grabs. Perhaps an opportunity here for Real Madrid to take the lead. Corner. Under pressure to get it away. Well, we have 20 minutes left in this game. Oh, he's really opened them up here. And inches away. Didn't miss by very much at all. Marco Asensio. Karim Benzema. It might be the moment to get them ahead. Oh, good work to deny the opportunity.
Well, this is a big moment, and don't these fans know it?
The clearance wasn't decisive. He read the situation defensively and did his job.
Well, as you can see, this has been a fairly open contest. Chances at both ends, plenty of good attacking play, and it's been really entertaining.
Oh, hang on, Stuart, it's a chance. Really high-class goalkeeping from Courtois. And taken away from Azar. Out of play, Real Madrid throw here. Well, the supporters think it's on. Magnificent challenge to win it back.
Well, the fans are going mad here. They think that was a penalty.
And the counter looks on here. Options available. In position. And he thwarted the attack with a masterful tackle. Benzema. Pedri. Ferran Torres. And level it is in the waning moments. Can Barcelona change that situation? Can't miss, surely. Oh, a goal! And is that going to be the one that wins it for them? There's every chance, and the fans are lapping this up. Well, a dramatic moment near the end, and that might well be the decider. Plenty of support here. In it goes! 2 goals in rapid-fire fashion and looking very comfortable here. So on with the action, and 3-1 the scoreline at the moment. And with that, the attack fizzles out. Marcos Alonso. Throw in here for Barcelona. This looks more than decent. And a very good challenge. Marcos Alonso. Wonderful challenge, and a throw-in coming up. Barca maintain possession, advantage. Well, finally the whistle had to be sounded. And he whips it in. And that is that. The final whistle is sounded, and it's a victory for Barcelona. What did you